What's up, people? This is Brian Mazik, aka Franchise Play, and I'm coming to you with a channel update. Now, what you see in the background is just me playing a little online game, of course, with my Bulls against the Portland Trailblazers. So that'll just be the video backdrop as I give y'all some information, which I think is pretty important for the people who are subscribers to my channel. I want to first start off just by saying just how appreciative I am to everybody that does watch my channel. And a lot of this channel update is actually inspired by the feedback that I've gotten via Twitch, Twitter, as well as on YouTube. So if you're not, I got to actually add my Twitch handle to my little overlay, my screen overlay there. And I might even jazz my overlay up. So if there's somebody who wants to help me design a cool logo or a cool overlay or whatever, I'd be very much appreciative for it if they want to help me do that, because something that includes Twitter, the BR symbol, the Instagram symbol, which I got to get a little bit better with Instagram, y'all. I know I actually have photos to put up there, and I don't even be putting them up there. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of crazy, but and then of course the subscribe and like the Franchise Play, and then adding the Twitch thing in there too. So that's something that I'm gonna try to get on, moving forward. So let's talk about what this is. This is basically me giving you guys some information about just kind of how the video is going to be rolled out. NBA 2K is a humongous release for my channel. It's one of them things that whenever a big time release comes out, or a game that I consider to be a big time release comes out, I kind of stop everything to a certain degree to just hook that game up for at least the first week or so, 2 weeks or whatever, since it comes out. The games I consider to be big releases like that are NBA 2K, lukewarm NBA Live. Lukewarm, we'll see how it works this year, but lukewarm on that. Madden, of course. When NCAA football was out, that would be one of them. The WWE, EA Sports UFC, and of course MLB The Show. Those are the ones that I consider to be the major things. Now I'll put up videos for NHL, and I'll put up videos for FIFA when they first come out, but for my channel, those are not what I would call a major release, not as of right now. We'll see how things happen. I also put up the racing videos and stuff when they come out, but like I mentioned, not necessarily a major release for me. So let's now get into what I'm going to talk about is how I'm going to do NBA 2K releases moving forward. Well, I shouldn't say releases, videos. What's going on right now is there's a lot of different series that I have going on. It's stripped out because I love NBA 2K15. Is most of everything about it, I love it. A few things here and there I'm like, okay, I don't like that, but for the most part, the options, the depth, all the stuff it allows me to do, with rosters and all that stuff, I love it, right? So that's the reason why there's so many different things going on. Going Home series, the Ultimate Legends roster, the Franchise Fiction, which is a part of the Bulls My GM that's coming, and then, just normal gameplay and all of that kind of stuff. That's the reason why we got all that. I'm getting killed right now, 10-2. We got to see when we can bring this back. So that's the reason for all that. But what I'm starting to notice is that I'm getting feedback from you guys in the comment section asking, okay, so when are we going to actually start the My GM? When are we going to start the My League? When are these rosters going to be available? Blah, 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 blah. So I understand that, and we don't want to keep, I don't know what this guy's doing. We don't want to keep it just kind of, stagnant and where it's not showing gameplay enough. And then also, I didn't even mention my career as one of the main things as well with NBA 2K. So I have come up with an idea based off of everybody's feedback and just what kind of makes sense. I'm going to do one roster series at a time. So what does a one roster series at a time mean? And what falls in the category of roster series? Well, the first thing, we're talking about Going Home, which is, of course, I'm building a My League, but as of right now, in the early part of it, all I'm doing is making the rosters. So that's one. Franchise Fiction, even though it's part of My GM, that's a roster series right now. The Ultimate Legends thing is a roster series. So I'm only going to do one of those at a time. And the one I'm picking to start, or to finish first, I should say, is going to be the Going Home series. I'm going to go ahead and lock up that Going Home roster, and that way I'll be able to start that in my league. Bam, kick that off. Now you might say, why are you picking Going Home? You know, I really like franchise fiction. Or why are you picking Going Home? I really want you to finish up those Legends roster. Or maybe even the real life draft class that I'm doing. Well, the reason why I'm picking that is because it's probably the one that I can finish the quickest. It's between that and the franchise fiction one, but I think I can finish the fastest. So that's the reason why I'm going with that one, because I think I can get it going and get to the gameplay aspect of it the quickest. The second component in that is my career. So as far as my career, that's always gonna go. I'm gonna always have that going because it's really no end. You just keep playing, and I guess until people lose interest in it, or you run out of cutscenes and the whole personality of it. So that's the second component. And the third component is player faces, tattoos, and shoes. Now we all know that has an end. Once I go through all the teams, I'll be done. I didn't finish it last year. I'm making sure I finish it this year, and not only am I going to finish it, I'm making sure that I finish it sometime soon, rather than having it run all the way to the playoffs, the All-Star break, and all that kind of stuff. I want to get that done. So for right now, my 2K content is going to have three components: a roster series, my career, and then finishing the player faces, tattoos, and shoes. Once I'm done making the going home roster, then that's when the My League series is going to start. I'm still going to be doing my career, but at that point, player faces, tattoos, and shoes will be done too. And then I'll replace that with the franchise fiction, finishing up that draft class, and then going into the My GM. So then at that point, once I'm in the My GM, we'll be looking at doing the Going Home My League, as well as the My Career, and then we'll also be doing the Bulls My GM. So it'll open up me some time at that point to then continue to work on the Legends roster, and then continue to make the players for the draft class. So I think that's the best way to not have too many things going on all at one time, and being able to work through all of these different concepts. So that's that. Now let's talk about the other games basically that I cover, which is Madden and MLB The Show and WWE and EA Sports UFC. As far as Madden, I've been doing a Bears connected franchise, but I've been posting it once a week on Saturday, and so it's basically I'm mirroring the Bears season. I've gotten like a lot of those games played up, so now I think I'm just gonna go ahead and have those posted, and as opposed to holding them back and posting them every once a week. So since they're already there, I got them, might as well just put them out. There's also the Player Coach Owner, which is the PCO series, which I thought was a good idea. Other people seem to think it's a good idea too. I'm not gonna hold those anymore. I'm just gonna, when they're done, I'll put them out there. So I'm not gonna hold those. Now, in terms of the MLB The Show, MLB The Show is like I told you guys before, is one of my favorite games, period. And I really like that Breaking the Curse series, and I love the fact that the saves carry over, but I don't want to take that so much for granted to the point where I'm just not posting it at all. I think we had about a month since I posted one. So the ones I have stored up for MLB The Show, I'm gonna go ahead and put out there. I came all the way back on this guy, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put those out there and post those when I'm done with them. So just to let anybody know who might be wondering, am I done with MLB The Show? No, I'm not done with MLB The Show. Gonna keep doing that. Also, I was working that Legends roster with someone. I had to put that on pause. And obviously it's not going to get put out there as frequently as it may have been before, because we got all these other games that's coming out, or that are out. So but it is something that I'm still working on. But I kind of set the expectation with that from the beginning, that it was going to take a while to finish that, because it was pretty big pretty big project. But because the saves carry over, it's not as much of a, oh, you got to finish this now before it's basically irrelevant. So it's not going to lose relevance. The WWE game is not out yet, but it is coming out. Well, I don't think I'm going to do anything with the 360 version, which comes out on the 18th, I think it is, or something like that. Something like that. Yeah, 18th, I think. I'm not going to, no, 28th, I'm sorry. October 28th. I'm not going to do anything with that in terms of a series. If I get the game, I'm not even sure I'm going to get that game. But if I do, I'll put a couple videos up of it, but it won't be anything series-based. But when the next gen version comes out, I'll be doing my career. And one other thing that I'm not necessarily sure about what it'll be yet, because I don't even know what the full feature set is for that game yet. But once I figure out what it is, I'll be able to let y'all know what I'm going to do with that. I still like EA Sports UFC, and I'll play it, but it's not going to, that series is not something that's going to be coming regularly, where, you know, you're seeing it like as frequently as you see MLB The Show or NBA 2K or Madden. It's not going to be that way. As a matter of fact, probably looking at something like more like once a month or once every other month. Just, you know, me fighting online, that sort of thing. Nothing super regular. So just to set that expectation so you guys know what to look for there. But like I said, I appreciate the feedback. I want y'all to keep, you know, sharing the comments, but kind of know this though. It's not, I won't necessarily be able to, like, just because you make a comment or say that, hey, you should do this, understand that while I do listen to everything that everybody writes, I can't necessarily just change just because one person says it. I kind of got to watch and see what the trend is and seeing if this is something that everybody's asking or talking about, and then I can make an adjustment at that point. But I, like I said, appreciate everybody chiming in, giving their information or giving their feedback, and most of all, I appreciate everybody watching. That's all I got. I came back on this guy. Doug McDermott is playing out of his mind. But yeah, that'll do it, man. I appreciate y'all watching. Subscribe, follow. Peace.